The following episode contains language and descriptions of violence and self-harm. It may not be appropriate for all listeners, but it was my life. Discretion is advised. What up, what up? Welcome back to another episode of Roll Call with Chappie. Want to thank my man Andre Norman here. You know, I always got some special treats for you guys out here from Atlanta. This one's going to be different. I'm really excited for this one, though, but do me a favor. First, real quick, like, share, subscribe to the show. Don't forget to do that. But then introduce yourself. Let them know social media, where to find you, and all that stuff. And
man, I'm not introducing myself to these people if they ain't following you, man. If they ain't playing by the rules, man, they riding for free. They need to go on and get out the car right now.
I'm with that. I love it. All right, this one's going to be fire because y'all know I was a shot caller for my people. And you know what's funny is I saw some of your reels and stuff years ago. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this dude is the truth right there. You know, you can just tell by the way people talk, you know that stuff, right. You know. And now we got a shot caller for the brothers here, so I'm excited to hear your whole story, how you got there, and then also the differences between the white race and the black race in the prison system. But
got you. Let's
break it all back down before that. So how was childhood for you, and where are you from and everything?
Born in Boston, Massachusetts, where we win. You know what I'm saying? Patriots stand up, Red Sox Nation stand up, Bruins stand up, Celtics stand up. You know what I'm saying? So we where we win. But real talk, I'm born in Boston. Mom married a high school sweetheart, had 2 kids. Husband went to jail for robbing banks. Means my dad has 4 more kids. He beats her up a lot. He moves out. She kicks him out. So single mom, 6 kids. Oof. You know what I'm saying? And my first introduction to white people was busing. Because in the 70s, when they forced black kids and white kids to go to school together. And I didn't go to a white school. My buses went to a white neighborhood. So kids would line up on the corner, throw rocks at the bus and call us niggas. And it was that time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
God,
I'm actually
crazy to think about that.
We went through that era. So I was one of the kids on those buses. And it was just a part of history that we were in. And we go through that. It starts and stops. Mom's getting beat, starts and stops. Single mom, we in the hood. And I'm in 3rd grade and I can't read. They put me in a thing called the dummy class. At the end of the hall, all the kids who can't read and write, they're stuck in the room and close the door. Luckily, a teacher pulled me out of that room, showed me some love. She said, you're not a dummy, you just learn differently. She took the time to teach me my learning style. 6th grade, I'm running around, I'm poor. People making fun of me, middle school, I ain't got the cool clothes, cool this, cool that. So I started going to the park to sell weed. 6th grade, I'm selling weed. You know what I'm saying? Then another teacher gave me a trumpet. She put me in a band. So I played music all through middle school, and I sold weed all through middle school. Graduated middle school, I'm about to go to the district high school. All the older kids, my sister went, my brother's there. It's like, where we go? Yeah. And my teacher said, no, you have a gift, Andre. I'm sending you someplace where you can exercise your gift. She made me go to a magnet school for music. Get to the magnet school, I'm playing trumpet in the morning, I'm hanging out with the cool guys in the afternoon. Eventually the cool guys are like, yo, what's that box, man? What you doing?
What you doing with that trumpet? Yeah.
Yeah, what you doing? I'm like, yo, I play the trumpet. Like, that's stupid, man. Black folks don't play the trumpet. You can't play. You can't go nowhere with that. Yeah. They were like, trumpet or us. So I got rid of the trumpet. I'm 14, choice, right? No friends, no family. It's just them. This is all I got is them. Yeah. So now, no trumpet, no passion, no purpose. I go right off a cliff. Now I'm in court, 7 to 10 armed robbery, 9 to 10 armed assault with a shotgun, 9 to 10 armed assault with a shotgun, 10 years robbery, 10 years kidnapping, 15 to 20 years armed home invasion, 15 to 20 years armed carjacking, 5 years from and after with the feds for felon in possession of a firearm. They put me on the bus and sent me to max. It's like, see you later, bye.
Damn.
So that was it.
And how old were you when you got arrested?
I was 18 when I got sentenced.
Damn, no way. And how much time did you end up getting sentenced to?
7 to 10. 2 9 to 10s, 2 10s, 2 15 and 20s, and a 5.
Damn.
It was all together, so I was supposed to do probably like 12 or 13 when I first. That's why I went in with my controlling sentence was 15 to 20. Okay. So I have to do 10 flat for parole, like 13 to max it out.
How much you end up doing?
I picked up 2 attempted murders while I was inside, so that added more time added another 5 years to my sentence.
Oh, this is good. I love this.
Yeah. So I ended up doing 14. Damn,
no way. Good, not good shit. I don't know why, but for some reason I didn't think you did that much time though. For some reason, so that is crazy. And
the crazy part, and I say that you can go on 1,000 podcasts. I never say this. I went to trial. I went to trial on my first case at armed robbery, carjacking. It was called armed robbery then. There was no car. My case created the carjacking law because I had an armed robbery. I robbed a car. I got caught in the car like 2 counties away. They charged me with a stolen car. They found out where the car came from. They charged with armed robbery. Long story short, I asked my lawyer to put in a double jeopardy motion to dismiss. He said, nah, it's not going to work. So he doesn't do it. Halfway through trial, I see it's all bad. I take off. And once the jury's in panel, they keep the trial going. They find me guilty. I'm on the run. So I'm like, whenever I get caught, I'm going straight to the max. That's what's in my mind. I'm 18. I'm scared to death of prison. I'm scared. Let me say it in English. I am scared to death to go to prison.
Yep.
So I'm out here just with a license to do whatever I want in my mind, because one day in prison, a life sentence is no difference. It's all death. So I'm robbing people like I got a license. I get arrested for 5 more felonies. I come back. I get sentenced on the first one, 7 to 10. I got the rest of them. While I'm upstate, I get 2 attempted murder charges. When I finally realized that I needed to fight my case, I fight my case. I win my appeal. They reverse it on double jeopardy. Meaning I should have never went to trial. My trial should have ended. I was on bail. I was at home. My trial should have ended. I should have been dismissed and let go.
Oh, man.
I went on the run for nothing because my lawyer determined that I should go to jail. Not the judge, not the jury, not the victims.
Yeah.
My lawyer determined that I was a menace and I should go to jail. And he refused to file the motion. And when I came home, he called and apologized to me.
No way.
But the truth is, as true as that is, you won't hear me go around complaining I'm a victim. Had he done that and I gone home, I'd have caught another case.
Obviously, you do the same shit.
I wasn't changing my lifestyle.
Yeah.
So he had no right, but I wasn't changing nothing about my lifestyle. So
that was the same with me when I thought I was going to get 46 years, and I was like, I had the whole different mindset, and I got 12 years. I was like, holy shit, never mind. It kind of scared me straight a little bit too, so I get that part of it.
So you get off the bus, it's like, it is what it is.
And then, yeah, because I always say this, no matter how tough you are, it's scary going to prison when you're 18 years old, bro. What is it like? And then federal prison, did you hit like a USP or something like that probably? Where did you go?
In Massachusetts state prison, we have 3 levels. Okay. Max, medium, minimum. Okay. Like everybody else.
Yeah.
So initially when you're sentenced to the max. So you get on the bus from the courthouse and they take you straight to the max. That's where everybody in Massachusetts' first stop is the maximum security prison. Because when sentencing in Massachusetts, you are sentenced to that facility. You're sentenced to MCI Walpole. The judge says you are hereby, not to the Department of Corrections, you're sentenced to that prison, and then they delegate you out.
So what's it like for you that first day on the head in that prison?
My first day in, you come in, they put you new man. It's like the hospital unit where you get little medical checks. You're down there.
Taking shit.
I'm down there. It was like 12 of us, 6 on each side. And the dude yelled out from the window from the unit behind me, yo, cell 5. Who that? I'm like, it's Andre. He's like, who that? He says, it's Dominic. When I was a kid in my neighborhood, Dominic was the biggest gangster ever. He repped our neighborhood. We never got within 1,000 feet of him. The best we do was see him go by in a stolen car, but it was like he was the man.
In his stolen car, yeah.
And so I would have done anything to hang out with Dominic. Now he's talking to me. This is crazy. And he's like, yo, is such and such down here with you? It's like, yo. Yeah, he down here. Well, I see it. He's from the way too. Yo, when y'all come out, man, we gonna hang out. I got y'all. So I'm telling homie, we good when we get out of here.
Yeah.
What I didn't.
Were you gangbanging and stuff?
No.
Okay.
But we're just from the neighborhood.
Gotcha.
So it's neighborhood. So the dude that he was trying to get to come out was the guy who testified against him. Well, he gave a note. He dropped the letter. He did something.
Whatever, yeah.
He I don't know what exactly he did, but he told. And Dominic was going to kill him because Dominic got a natural life sentence off this thing. Now he's the leader of all the gangs in the state system. He's the #1 guy in the system. And this is a guy who told on him, he got about 30 seconds on that yard.
Literally.
He's out of there.
Yeah.
So when I tell him, Dominic's out here. Guy went down the hall, asked to see the CO, took him down the hall, and never brought him back. He went down the hall and said, I testified against Dominic Williams. He was out of the building in 20 minutes flat.
Literally.
It wasn't like, we'll work it out, let's make a call.
Yeah.
He was off the property in 20 minutes. And that's how that was. So when I almost was, had they caught him and they killed him and all this stuff would have came out, it'd been like, well, what happened? Well, they yelled over from building A to building B, and the guy in building B I would have been co-defendant on a murder charge, 12 hours in prison.
I was about to say, you were about to see a murder like your first.
No, I was about to be a co-defendant, not just see.
Yeah.
I was going to be co-defendant to a murder charge, 12 hours in. That's just how it's timing.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can.
Do you remember that night when you finally have some like alone time where you're thinking like, what are your thoughts?
I didn't even realize that until like years later.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, it was
just so naive to stuff when you're young.
He was super naive. But Big Dom was the homie, and he was that guy. When you come out off the bus, you come out in the GP, they're gonna say, yo, where you from? I'm from Mattapan. You with them. I'm from Dorchester. You with them. If you was doing New York, just because people know they don't know Boston, where you from? I'm from Manhattan. You with those guys. I'm from Brooklyn. You with those guys. I'm from Queens. You're with those guys. So it's whatever neighborhood you're. You're from California. I'm from LA. I'm from San Francisco. You're with them. You with them.
And it's all mixed colors, just where you're from?
No, in the state, it's colors and where you're from. So if you're from Charlestown, ain't no black people live there.
Gotcha.
If you're from Roxbury, don't know white people live there. You know what I'm saying? So the neighborhoods are the neighborhoods. There's always that one random off guy that happens to be from a neighborhood. But for the most part, South Boston, Charlestown, East Boston, all white. Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, all black.
Gotcha.
So when I get off the bus, I'm from this town, I'm with them. And it just so happened, them were the people who ran the prison. Now, the damn didn't do with me.
Yeah.
It was just a luck of the draw. The guy next to me was from another town. He's with them.
Okay.
And them were nobodies.
Yeah.
My them were everybody's.
So day two, what is day two like?
Day two, I was like a kid in the candy, so I'm getting to hang out with Dominic, my hero. You know what I'm saying? He's my de facto dad. I mean, I looked up to this every day from 12 years old to the time I got off that bus. We used to sit in the mailbox, me and the homies. I wonder what Dominic's doing. I wonder what Dominic's doing, because he was our hero. And then when he went away, we still wondered what the hell he was doing. And I wanted my way all the way to the goddamn penitentiary to be next to him. And when I got there, it was worth the trip. I get to hang with my hero.
Damn.
I wasn't a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a soccer player. I didn't do baseball. I didn't do sports. I wasn't academic. I was a would-be nobody gangster, and he was the biggest gangster from our town.
Damn. All right. So then what are you thinking? He just schooling you, showing you the ropes in there? And listen, I followed him around every single day. And because of who he was, he made sure I was good. Of course.
And I didn't even fully understand the protection that I had, but I had it. You know what I'm saying? Because once it was known I'm with them, the rest of the prison knew, even if I didn't understand. The prison knew if you mess with me, you're messing with them.
Yeah.
So it's less about me and more about them.
Yeah. Do they have like politics? Does he ask if you want to get involved in politics and stuff like that? Or does that not
In the
work
80s,
like that?
in the 80s, there's no politics. You're with who you're with.
Okay.
You're saying if you're from this neighborhood, you're with them. The politics was you're with this crew. And literally in the first probably 2-3 weeks, something happened with one of the homies. We in the visiting room, homie's getting disrespected by his girlfriend. She's cussing him out. I'm there. She's screaming on him like loud. You bitch, motherfucker. She going in, him, straight ghetto. And the whole visiting room has no choice but to watch this.
Yeah.
So everybody's talking about it because they're going inside, outside, all over the place. Long story short, go back inside. Homie goes to big homie and says, yo, these dudes from Springfield were laughing and talking about me. I don't care what my girl was doing. They can't laugh at me. We run this place. So big homie goes down to the Springfield head. It's like, yo, your two dudes who was laughing at the homie, got to set them outside, they're getting beaten. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, we weren't disrespectful. Andre was in a conversation with us. How could it be disrespectful if one of your homies is in a conversation? So they came back to me, yo, Dre, do you in a conversation with these dudes? I was like, kinda, yeah. They get a pass. But now I made our team look weak because they had to pull back the threat. So the next day, we go out to the yard, to the end of the yard where they kill people. Yep. I don't know this at the time, but we go to the end of the yard where they kill people. And I got the whole mob sitting there talking about what my punishment should be for making us look weak. And dudes is going through
You have no idea what's even going on.
I'm realizing as I'm standing there, they're talking about me. Hurting me, this, this. I'm like, hold up. I ain't gonna lie. My first thought was to take the fuck off running.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that's when I realized I'm hanging out with all killers.
Yeah.
Everybody in this crew, damn near had a natural life sentence. Not 50, not 40, naturals.
Yeah.
I was the only guy in the crew without
even
a
50 piece, you can get out.
This was a natural life mob. Yeah. And I didn't understand that until the day I'm standing on the yard. I thought it was all fun and games. This is summer camp until right now they're talking about hurting me. And I'm sitting there listening to this shit like, oh shit, they're talking about hurting me. This is all about what should happen to Dre. And it was one of the homies I did check in with, but he's looking at me like, Dre, please don't put it on me. Because I'm one violation to the wind from getting my ass tore up and they want to stomp me out. I could have gave it to the homie who was truly out of order, not me. I could have ran. I just said, I didn't know, out of stupidity, I stood there and said, I'm just going to take whatever comes to me. And big homie came to me, he says, Dre, we're going to give you a pass this time. But the next time, you won't get a pass and know that we handle our own. Then we walked off the yard 40 deep. And I realized this place is not a joke. These people just talked about killing me in front of me. People who love me.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, hold up. And they told me, this life is bigger than one person. You can't violate and take us down. It's not going to happen. If you want to be with this mob, you better move like you with this mob. And unbeknownst to me, I was taught how to do time by a bunch of dudes doing natural life sentences.
God, it's different. It's different when you got letters in your release date, not numbers. You know what I'm saying?
What no release dates? It said natural. You died.
Life. Yeah, natural. The other ones will say natural life on that thing.
Yeah.
Dude. What is? So you did Fed or state time out there?
I did state time initially. I'm in the state, and it took me about 6 months to get to Supermax lockup. I'm saying I'm just wilding out. I go to Supermax. I get to Supermax. I keep wilding out. It's got so bad. The state looked at me and said, "This dude's gonna be a problem." Because when I got to the max, listen, I know nothing. I want to tell you, I'm the dumbest dude in the building. Mm-hmm. They put me in 10 block. 10 block in Massachusetts is Supermax. There's 60 cells. They hold the 60 most dangerous people in the state. These people got murders in prison. They've tried to jump over the wall. They've attacked staff. You name it. I ain't did none of that. I ended up de facto boss because Dominic got shipped out. And I ended up de facto boss by default. By accident. I had no business being boss or nothing, but since I was the closest one to Dominic, everybody looked to me, okay, you're gonna fill his shoes. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. When I tell you I made every bad, dumb decision you could humanly make, I did it.
It's different, dude. When you're running a yard and you're calling your first shot and you realize, like, dude, there's people's lives at stake.
Didn't
here,
understand.
like,
No,
on the
I
yard,
had zero understanding. I got 6 months in, don't know what the hell I'm talking about, what I'm doing. I've been following this man around for 6 months, taking notes, but I ain't ready for this. Had no clue. So I ended up in Supermax, long story short. Then I got down there. Shout out to my man, R.I.P. Dave Whiteshoe. Dave Whiteshoe in Massachusetts law was one of the most serious men in DOC Massachusetts history. You know what I'm saying? He's passed. Now they say he got the most bodies of anybody in our system.
Really?
White, black, or otherwise. Serious dude. I come down, I'm in the cell 3 down from Dave. I don't know who the hell Dave is. They put me in the cell, Supermax, 24-on-1. I'm in my cell. I see, yo, CO, can I get a bedroll? I got you. He leaves. Comes around, late 8 o'clock, count. Yo, can I get a bedroll? Yeah, I got you. He leaves. Shift change, 11 o'clock. CO come down, yo, can I get a bedroll? See the day shift, we don't handle that. I don't know where the hell I'm at.
Yeah.
I don't know what 10 block is. I shut up and I lay down. Next time I hear bang, 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 bang. Somebody's banging on the door. I don't know.
Yeah.
One guy, he just keeps banging. Then the guys next to him stop banging. Then the guys in the whole range is 15 cells. They all stop banging. So 14 cells because I'm not banging.
Yeah.
14 cells are banging like crazy. The tier behind us hears us banging. All 15 over there stop banging. Now there's 29 cells because I'm not banging.
Yeah.
There's upstairs banging and downstairs here's upstairs. They stop banging. You got 59 cells trying to tear this place to pieces, and they all killers. The CO goes down and says, yo, what's the problem? We don't know. See the guy on the other side. They go there. They finally make it to our tier. Yo, what the fuck's the problem?
Get this dude a motherfucker.
And Dave Whiteshoe yells out, get the guy in 45 a bedroll.
Yep.
So they run down, get the bedroll, come to give it to me. I get the bedroll, our tier stops banging. The tier behind his heads, they stop. Then downstairs stops. 10 block was us against them on a whole nother level. And I was nobody in the scheme of this thing. I didn't even justify being in this unit, but they don't play that. You gonna disrespect. If he's down here, he's one of us. And there was no white, black in 10 block. It was us versus them. And I was became part of the oven. I respected and loved Dave from that day to the day he died.
Yeah.
When I heard he had gotten out, first, I don't know where I was. I shot right over there. He was from Southeast. Drove straight to where Dave. He had already got pulled back. I did a tour of Massachusetts one time, and I regret this. He was at a prison. I didn't get a chance. I asked, oh, yeah, he's way. I said, I want to go see him. They wouldn't let me go see him. They said, oh, see him next time. And next time never came. But in 10 block, it was no joke. Because it's the same token, if you're down in cell 5 and you speared one of the guards, They would leave. They would come back. They would start at cell 1 and beat everybody from 1 to 15, 16 to 30, 31 to 40. They beat the whole the whole block. If one dude did some idiotic shit, all 60 got ass whipped. Oof. It was us against them. And I was down there with real dudes. And then after like 3 months of down there, they came and got me, and they shipped me to the feds.
Okay.
They sent me to Lewisburg.
And how was that compared to state?
Lewisburg, when I first got there, was 3 of us got shipped that day. When I got to Lewisburg, it was different. Red top, all the rest of the madness. We get to Lewisburg, and dudes get on the phone. They call the free lawyers. Hey, they shipped us out of the state. You want to come back? And they said, give us your new numbers. And the guy gave his number. The other guy, he said, Dre, what's your number? I said, what? They're going to get us back to Massachusetts. I said, hold up. I just spent 4 months in Supermax solitary getting tortured. People pepper spraying my cell at 3 o'clock in the morning for fun. Yeah. I'm getting beat up by the staff. I'm getting not fed for 3 days in a row. Why am I want to go back there? I'm in General Pop out here, dude. What are you talking about? Yeah. I ain't giving you my number. Leave me right where I'm at. Are they going to put me in population or back in 10 block? They said, you're going back to 10 block. I said, I'll stay here. And I'm like, y'all go back. I'm staying.
Yeah, right.
Listen, I am no rush to go back to Gladiator to get beat up and gassed and chained up and beat down every day. I'm cool. Yeah. Did it, survived it. I'm not signing up for it voluntarily.
Straight up.
But my first 30 days in Lewisburg, I saw there was 3 murders. There was probably 15 stabbings. And if 1 or 2 people didn't get raped today, nobody got raped.
No shit.
That was every single day somebody got snatched up. My first night, dude got raped in the dorm. It's a big dorm. So in the morning, I'm like, yo, what was that about?
They just doing it in front of people too, or in like the corner, like blind spots?
No, they just ran up on a dude's bed and raped him on his bed.
No way.
It was like after count. So I said, yo, what's that about? They said, that's what they do here. They rape people. I said, well, why did they get him? He was weak. So how did they know he was weak? He projected weakness. $1 million question. What is projected weakness? It's how you stand. It's how you look. It's how you carry yourself. It's how blah, 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 blah. Man, I had half this shit today.
Are they describing me?
You talking about? So, man, I went in the corner. I started pulling that shit out of me. And every day, somebody else would get raped, and I'm working on my projected weakness. Somebody else would get raped. I'm working on projected weakness. Yeah. I wasn't no chump, but I had some of them tendencies, playfulness and joking and not being serious. And it wasn't all like just being a goofy. It was just not understanding. I got less than a year in the penitentiary. And I'm in one of the most dangerous prisons in the country. And I'm learning on the fly. What happened is, probably after like 4 days, projected weakness is solved. So guess what I got left? Projected strength. Because you only project 1 or 2 things, weakness or strength. When I got rid of all the weakness, all I had left was strength by default. So now I'm projecting strength. Just because I got nothing else left to project. There's no silliness, there's no goofiness, there's no playfulness, there's no nothing. It's all dead ass serious. And that's how I started rolling. And I went through the feds for 2.5.
So, and tell us how that was, like being a young kid in that prison.
Lewisburg.
And what's the worst thing you saw there?
3 murders, daily stabbings, 2 rapes a day. The craziest thing, I'm in a shower. You know what I'm saying? And there was this dude in the shower. The dudes came. The crew came for him. They roll in with the boots on. They ready to get him. Yeah. This is a situation because it's all about how you respond, not about what you think. So when they roll in and rape this dude in the shower, and I'm in there, I know it ain't about me. But I'm like, I'm not trying to watch this shit.
Yeah.
And I can't be like, yo. So I'm like, yo, hold up, man. The bullshit. I said, listen, this motherfucker ain't going nowhere. I'm finishing my shower. And I'm not trying to watch this shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on with the bullshit. They're like, all right, Boston. They used to call me Boston. We gonna respect you. They rolled out. Fast forward, unbeknownst to me, I would go to the shower. Next thing I know, there's 3 or 4 dudes in the shower. I wasn't noticing. But every time I went to the shower, it was 3 or 4 guys in the shower. They rushing behind me. And I realized it was them. It was the victims. I looked at these motherfuckers. I said, listen, if y'all don't get the fuck out this shower right now, I'm going to go get them.
Let me shower in peace.
I'm going to go get them because right now I'm blocking their flow.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like, well, we got to get rid of this dude. I'm going to get banged in the head or stabbed because I'm getting in the way of what they doing. I'm like, y'all got to get the fuck. I can't save you.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to, you about to put my life in jeopardy trying to duck and dodge. Y'all better find another way.
Straight up, man.
And I ran him out of there. Like, listen, I'm not here to save you. I'm here to save me.
Did you believe in God at that time, or what was your mindset back then?
My God was a knife.
I feel that.
I had two of them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
I had two knives.
That was your angel and the devil, was both knives?
It wasn't no angels involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like Lewisburg taught me.
What was your mindset back then? Were you just even
I was
getting
18.
angrier and crazier than two in there?
I was 18. When I was on the street, I want to be clear. I never shot anybody. I never stabbed anybody. I never pistol whipped anybody.
Same.
I never jumped anybody. None of this shit. Never hit anybody with a baseball bat. None of that. I was a little lonely kid who went out and did crimes by himself for the most part. I was nobody in the street. I want you to think I was some big warlord gangster that make YouTube videos about it. I was nobody. I was just a kid who, I know something? I was so non-tough, I would hustle in the suburbs because it was easy.
So non-tough.
Yeah, because I used to rob drug dealers. I used to rob white drug dealers in the suburbs. I didn't rob nobody around the way. They had some dudes around our way. There was professional stick-up kids.
Yeah.
They robbed dudes in the hood. That's what they did. I went to the suburbs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't doing nothing in the city. Nothing. All my cases are from the suburbs.
Did you do anything positive in the joint, or did you start making a plan for the streets? Because I always talk I didn't do anything positive. My last 11 months I was in the hole under investigation for attempted murder. Did nothing positive. Luckily got out from the hole and then was just released and didn't have a single plan on the streets. Did you do anything positive or plan for the streets, or were you just?
I was in the feds for 2.5. I did Lewisburg. We did El Reno. We did Atlanta. We did Terre Haute. I was designated to Terre Haute. Back then it was a gladiator school in the 80s. They said let your door be the bell. And I got kicked out of the feds. I got too wild for Terre Haute. I was just doing too much stuff. I'm saying there's limits. I went past the limit. I got 3 attempted murder cases in Terre Haute. Beat all 3 of them. In Terre Haute, this is crazy. One dude got hit up. Dude said Boston did it. They came and took me to the hole. The dude who got stabbed said, nah, Boston wouldn't do that. He's my guy. As soon as he said that, I was out of the hole in 5 minutes. Terre Haute, this 10-year investigation, we send you to Terre Haute because you're dangerous. That's how they played it. We everybody here dangerous. We ain't trying to send you nowhere else.
Yeah.
If you go to the hole for a murder or attempted murder and the victim says it wasn't you be out in 5 minutes.
Wow.
Massachusetts, if they find a knife on a chair, you might be in investigation for 90 days.
Yeah.
Terre Haute, you right back out. If somebody gets stabbed in a hallway, they don't lock your joint down. They just pick the body up. Because if you lock your joint down, you're going to cause a riot.
Yeah.
So Terre Haute was just like another level of sickness. And you could just do whatever you want to whoever you want.
Yeah.
And I tried to do something one time that was above and beyond. So I was in transit one time. I met a guy from New Mexico named Chopper. And they had a riot in New Mexico back in the early 80s. They knocked off like 70 people. We in the cell together in Talladega in transit. They lock us in the hole. So me and Chopper there for like 3 days. He's telling me all the New Mexico stories. Got my head gassed up. So I'm back in Terre Haute. Every situation, I'm looking to beat his number. I got to beat Chopper's number. I never wanted to murder a person a day in my life before I met Chopper.
Stop.
But he had this murderous thing he gave me. He gave me the gene of wanting to murder somebody. So I'm running around. So I had this little plan to try to do this thing. And the guy that I was moving on behalf of, the guy came to me and said, I got beef. I said, cool, we'll just kill them all. The day we were supposed to do it, he went to the lieutenant's office with a 3-page note, turned it in, says, I went to Boston with a beef. He wanted to kill everybody. I was scared to tell him no, because I thought he might kill me. Mm-hmm. Nobody's dead. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's supposed to go down at 1, take me to the hole, and timestamp this thing. Yeah. So when he found, it was supposed to be like a mass murder. So when he did that, they called Massachusetts. We sending him back. Ones and twos, one here, one there, stabbing here, fighting here. That's cool. You trying to kill multiple people for something that wasn't even your beef. They called Massachusetts and they sent me back.
So how was the end of your prison sentence?
I wasn't even the end. That was the beginning.
Stop.
I got a year in 6 months I made it to Supermax.
Stop.
And another 6 months I made it to the feds. 2.5 years I'm in the feds, I get kicked out. They send me back to Mass. On the way back, I make it back to Massachusetts, and most people go to the feds. They get raped, they get stabbed, they get stomped, they get chumped, coming from Mass. because at the time in the 80s, it wasn't a lot of us. So you go out there, I'm the only black guy.
I would say,
from
how's the
Max.
population compared to whites and blacks?
Now, this is a crazy thing. When I first got out there, I went to El Reno. Terre Haute, I was in Lewisburg first. They sent me to El Reno. They said, where you from? I said, I'm from Boston. They said, oh, you got a homie here. They take me down around these corners, knock on the door. They say, yo, call Stevie. Stevie, this is your homie. White guy walks out. Fuck's this, a setup? He said, where you from? I said, Walpole. He said, hi. He said, you smoke? Bop, 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 bop. White dude now. He goes to the back. He comes back with a grocery bag full of shit. And he's like, yo, here you go. I'm like, okay, this is different. Then he tells me, if you got any problem, you come back here. I got the steel, no problem, I got you. So I'm walking with the bag trying to make this make sense. Because he's a white guy.
White guy giving you a piece? Yeah.
He didn't give me the knife, but he said he got my
you
bag.
Can have a knife, yeah.
He gave me a bag. I might be here for 2 days or for 2 weeks. He gave me a bag like I'm gonna be here for a month. And he's like, because in his mind, if I got kicked out of Walpole, I'm somebody.
Yeah.
I'm somebody respectable. So he's respecting me, even though I'm not that guy from Walpole. But he says he gives me credit.
Got to be something.
And he blessed
that,
me. And he never knew if he was going to see me. I might be gone the next day.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can pay him back because I'm in transit. I ain't got no money. And he looked out for me. I leave there. I end up in Terre Haute. There was a guy named Eric Akins there. Shout out to Eric. I knew Eric was from Mass. I knew him. I knew of him. I got there. There was 3 white guys there from Massachusetts. Eric, Danny, and another guy. Eric came and got me. He said, yo, you the homie. He got shipped out before me. He gave me the food bag. He said, yo, he's like, I got you. If you got any problem, you come down here and you see me and we riding. In the feds in the 80s, it wasn't color, it was state. It's what state are you from? Because there was an old dude named Danny, old bank robber. I used to come get Danny and take him to the yard and give him the Boston Herald, let him read the paper. The brothers would come by, yo, Dre, what you doing with that white dude? He's my homie.
Yeah.
That issue. They keep pushing. And that was the feds in the 80s. This is Terre Haute, real spot. If they were from the same state, no issue. I couldn't hang out with a white guy from Nevada or California or Florida, but you from Boston or Mass, that's my homie. And that's how the feds rolled in the 80s. And most of my time in the feds, I had more white guys that I rock with as far as like go to war with than black dudes, because there was no black dudes there in the 80s.
Wow.
So when I came back, I'm saying shout out to Bubba, shout out to Spiff, I'm saying shout out to Eric, shout out to my man from El Reno, even though I don't know his name. All showed me nothing but love. I mean, like, I got you love.
Yeah.
And when I came back to Mass, there was no way I'm gonna walk back into Massachusetts and do that black-white thing. Dave White, who showed me love on the way out. All the homies out in the feds showed me nothing but complete respect. So when I came back, the white guys were cool. I'm all right with them. And then their homies from the feds was like, yo, we out here, we got a homie from Boston, and so they getting words from their people, and I'm putting in work. And I'm handling my business. So it's like, well, I don't know no goofy stuff. So when I came back, their big homies who were in the feds were like, yo, we out here with Dre. He good dude. Yeah. So when I came back, I just had a level of respect with the white dudes because I just got finished doing 2.5 shoulder to shoulder with white guys. Mm-hmm. It was not the fact that I used to take Danny out every day. I could have just been like, I got backup, but we're a team. And I'll tell anybody any day of the week, if you from Massachusetts and using the feds with me, I rode with you, not I rode on anybody with you. It was no like, well, they black, I can't. No, this is hometown. Let's go.
Damn.
And that's how it was. So when I came back to Mass, I had a level of respect and camaraderie with all the white guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how we rolled.
And what was your mindset then? Just gangster status?
I'm still going.
100%?
I caught 2 attempted murders when I got back. I was back 6 months. And I was just back at it again.
Is it, why would you say, because I'll tell you me, a lot of it was like, you know, when you're a young kid, you're so, I remember hitting the yard and I was like an 8-year-old kid, you're absolutely feel like a nobody. I was like, what, damn, I'm on absolutely nothing here. And then the second you like put in some work and do something to someone, then you get the OGs coming to say something to you. So me, like, I don't know if it was for you, but the love from the OGs on the yard was just addicting. I was like,
I got the
will
OG love day one because the biggest OG in the system was my big homie by default.
Yeah, God.
I didn't have to go. I used to be with Dominic every single day. And I would follow that man around and I watched everything he did, every conversation, every movement, every way he paid the bill, the way he charged people. I watched everything. And I used to, like, He's on some puppy. Call me what you want. I'm learning from the dude who runs this shit.
Yeah.
If I get a chance to follow Jeff Bezos around, I will. If I can follow Warren Buffett around, I will.
Sure.
If I can follow Donald Trump around, I will.
Yeah.
I got a chance to follow our version of all of those people in Dominic Williams, and I did. And I learned from the best at the time.
What was your mindset in there? Did you think about getting out, or were you think
going home was not even a discussion.
Did you think you were going to pick up more time? Just
there was no going home. Everybody in around is doing a natural life sentence. So nobody talked about going home. Yeah. Nobody talked about parole. Nobody talked about programs. Nobody talked about none of this shit. Yeah. That was not in the discussion of the team that I was on. All we talked about was getting money and taking people off the count. That's it. There was no in between. It's get money. If somebody violates, take them off the count. That's it. There was no, hey, I wonder about parole. I wonder about 15 years from now, we can get a second chance. They all had natural life sentences.
Imagine going from that mindset just to the streets, which is how you get released from, too. You know what I'm saying?
So what happened is, fast forward, I go back to solitary for 2 attempted murders. And while I'm down there, I finally wake up. I'm the king of nowhere. I raised up. I'm the second in charge. I'm second in our gang now, and I'm third in the state. I got all the status, and people respect me because I did all this craziness, and fake respect me. And I'm like, oh, I'm somebody. My mother came to see me. She said, how'd you get in jail? I said, Mom, I'm working hard. This stuff is not easy.
That looks like you used to have those conversations.
Yeah, but I'm in my cell thinking I'm doing something fantastic. And I finally realized I was a king of nowhere. I said, I don't want to be the king of nowhere. I decided that day I wanted to be something different. My first thought was I want to be free, but free people come back to jail. So I said I want to be successful because successful people don't come here. So I said I'm going to go home, go to college, and be successful. I picked a school called Harvard University. I said I'm going home, going to Harvard. That's it. Then I told the homies the next day, and they told me, you can't go to Harvard. You're black. You're a gang member. You're dangerous. You're a psychopath. You can't read. Your family's poor. And it sounded like my friends in the 9th grade who told me I couldn't play the trumpet. I had this story before. So I was like, nah. I spent the next 8 years going to school, went to GED, went to mental health, went to anger management, went to AANA and Big Book. I don't drink or smoke, but everybody I know does. And I just kept going. I learned how to read. I learned how to comprehend what I was reading. I just kept building every single day. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually, I got to the law library. You know what I'm saying? I told you earlier, you see how that went. So I won't read it to you. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll be like, yo, how did this dude get out of jail? You know what I'm saying? Clown ass. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever question me. You know what I'm saying? First. Saying you can't even think to like, yo, I don't even understand that. So I'm gonna get it to you straight out the paper. So you can go Commonwealth of Massachusetts versus Henry Norman. Look it up, Google it. It's real basic. For the reasons discussed, we hold that the prosecution against Norman in Superior Court was barred from the prohibition against double jeopardy. The judgment against him on the charge of armed robbery is reversed. The verdict is set aside. The indictment is to be dismissed. So ordered. That's how I got out of jail. Not because I flipped my case, but I flipped my mindset. Because this was on the books day one. Mm-hmm. This law that would have set me free was on the books day one. But I ended up doing 14 because I was too busy being cool. I was too busy looking for acceptance. I was too busy trying to be put down or looked out or respected. I wasn't trying to go home. I was trying to be accepted by a bunch of people who the world said is cast off. So when I started working, school, programs, attitude, you know what I'm saying, and I just walked that walk. I flipped my case. Then I reached out to the big homie. I'm like, yo, man, I'm trying to make this move. He said, go do your thing. So I had the blessing of the big homie. He was out in Florence ADX. So everybody got a big homie. Yeah. If your big homie ain't in Florence ADX, he's not a big homie nationwide. Because all the big homies are in Florence ADX. They're not in Pelican Bay. They're not in Attica. You know what I'm saying? They're not in the Rock down in Florida. You know what I'm saying? They're not in Stillwater. They're not in Jackson. They're in Florence ADX. That's where the federal government and the state government puts the worst people that they say in the country. Yeah. And they took my big homie from Massachusetts. They put him in the feds. They took him from the feds, Lewisburg, Terre Haute, Marion. They put him in Florence ADX with people they deem unfixable. Yeah, literally. And I came home. When I got home, because people do this. You walk the yard with people, you shoulder to shoulder, you go to war with them, all that. You come home, you forget about them. Mm-hmm. When I came home, I got my money together, I got my life together, and I went back to Florence ADX and I had my homie flip his case. Gave back the natural, and he's home. No way. Oh, he's been home 15. Wow. My big homie's home because we went back and got him. Then my other man, he was saying same thing. We went back, had a life sentence. We went back and we got him. I'm saying I didn't leave none of my homies behind.
Yeah.
I literally just got off the phone today. One of my homies had 2 natural life sentences. We just went to parole for him. They just changed the law. If you're 18 to 21, when you cut your case, you can get parole. So boom, I've been home for 26 years. I wrote a letter. My name is Andre Norman. For the last 26 years of my life, I've been doing human justice work. I work for the UN. I work for the White House. I work for the Pentagon. I work for the London Business School. I work for Harvard Law School. I worked to bring peace into this world for the last 26 years, from Honduras, the highest murder rate, to child soldiers in Liberia, to drug addicted kids in Montana and Salt Lake City. I've been around the world bringing peace. I even worked at the prison that used to house me. They gave me an office and keys and asked me to come back and help diminish violence inside of the prison I used to promote violence in. And I'm coming to you today and I'm asking that you give this man a chance at freedom. So I use my standards that I've done for the last 26 years to help leverage my homies out of jail. So he's in the minimum security right now, waiting to come home in 3 months.
Wow, that's awesome. That's
So
impressive, man.
my big homie's home, my other big homie's home, my little homies are coming home, we're all home. All that walking the yard. I mean, the tough guy talk, go back and beat the DA. Go back and beat the judge. Go back and beat the superintendent and the commissioner. Then you tell me you tough.
Not to go back onto the tough guy shit, because I feel like we're turning into the positivity too, but I just want you, if you don't mind, can you tell this story about it sounds like you were checking a white shirt. You talk about going through 5 different doors. My wife that she was dying today too, and I was like, can I get that story for my audience for me, please?
I can't. I just came back from the feds, and so I'm like the biggest dude on campus. Dominic's still in the feds. He's an ADX. I just came back, so I'm the biggest dude on campus, and I got the fed. He just came back from the feds, causing havoc. So I'm in my cell chilling. I wake up. I got a team. I'm hungry, so I'm hungry. I wake up. I say, shit, I'm hungry. So I go downstairs. I'm going to the kitchen. I walk to the desk. I see the CEO at the desk. He look at me like, you know who the hell I am. I give him a head nod. He opens the gate. I walk out into the hallway. You walk down the hallway, there's a sergeant's desk. Get a sergeant a head nod. He opens the gate. I keep walking. I get down to center control, where like all the bubbles and the controls are in the central control. It's right in front of the chow hall. I give him a head nod. There's a hallway that goes down to the kitchen, where the kitchen workers are. I give him a head nod. He busts the gate. I walk down the hallway to the kitchen. I'm not a kitchen worker, but he know that. I get to the thing. I bang on the door. Dude hits a slot back. Sees it's me, give him the head nod, they bust the kitchen door. So I walk into the kitchen, there's 2 dudes over by the grill. I say, yo, man, make me a hamburger. Yo, make me some fries. Yo, make me a shake. So I'm chilling. I'm just waiting for my food. You know, so I've done this 100 times. Some dude comes out of the back. He looks at me. He's like, yo, what are you doing in my kitchen? You're not dressed right. You're not, because they all wear the whites and stuff.
White shirts,
I got street clothes on. That's what we wearing masks back then.
Oh, wow.
He's yelling at me, yo, you ain't dressed right. You ain't doing this. You ain't on my list. What are you doing in my kitchen? He's screaming at me. He said, who are you? At the time, there was a song I called The Regulator. It was like 91.
That was my jam back
He was like, yo, who are you? The song popped. I said, I'm the regulator. He says, well, what do you regulate? I said, if you go home or not. And he looked at me. I said, well, first, let's stop all the screaming. Screaming doesn't mean anything. It's just a waste of time. We're men. Let's talk like men. I said, now, this is the thing. I'm hungry. I came down in this kitchen to get something to eat. And you're here screaming at me like you crazy for no reason. I said, I came through 5 locked doors to get into this kitchen. Everybody in this kitchen is doing exactly what I told them to do, including your staff. And you're the only one that seems to have a problem with me getting something to eat. I said, dude, I'm not trying to be a tough guy. I'm not trying to be over the top. I'm just hungry. Now, you see them guys over there? They're making me a hamburger. You can tell them to stop. You can call and get me taken out of here or try. But this is the thing. If I kill you right now, you'll be dead. Your wife will miss you. Your kids will miss you and all the rest of that wonderful stuff. I don't have a wife. I don't have a kids. And I'm not trying to go home anyways. So when I kill you, they're going to come get me. They're going to take me to solitary confinement. I'll sit in solitary maybe 7 years for killing you. When my 7 years is up, I'm going to come back out. I'm going to come back to this kitchen. I'm going to tell them motherfuckers to make me a hamburger, and they're going to make it. So the only question I have is, do I get a hamburger today, or do I get it in 7 years? It's your choice, and it's your call. And just for the record, I'm patient. He's looking at me like, he's looking around to the staff. They're like, man, we don't want no part of this. You don't know who you fucking
He's like,
with.
this dude messing with me or not?
He's like, is this dude serious? And the
Yeah.
staff was like, you in trouble.
Yeah.
I just threatened to kill this man 5 times. Out in the open, no mumbling. Just like, yo, I don't.
Needless to say, you got your burger and shake, right?
He turned around. He walked over to the grill. He said,
Ate it
make
for
him
him?
2.
Yeah, I was gonna
Then
say,
he ran
supersize that shit.
Then he ran into the office and slammed the door and called his wife. The thing they didn't tell him is fuck your title. We run this place.
Yeah.
See, you all got something to lose. I ain't got nothing to lose. And then I got my hamburger and I went back to my cell and I ate that shit.
I would say that the one person you don't mess with is someone that has nothing to lose.
Yeah, and then every time I came through the main line, that motherfucker just load my tray up. Give him what he wants.
For sure.
Now, if I came out, he was brand new. He's food service
He's
administrator, just got a job, probably 3 days on the job
Right,
or whatever.
sure.
And they told him, you don't let people, he gave him the rules.
He don't know, yeah.
They gave him the rules. They didn't tell him what it was.
He didn't read the fine print of the rules or the gray area, you know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
we run this shit.
Yeah. So, all right. Clearly, we got all the gangster stuff out there. When you get released now, is your mindset changed at all? Do you have, like, how'd you get to where you are now?
I spent the last 8 years of my sentence doing self-study,
Really?
self-improvement, going to school, going to programs, going to anything that wasn't nailed down. I'm saying teaching myself discipline, teaching myself patience. I had no patience.
Yeah.
I'm not used to dealing with silly people because when I grew up in the penitentiary, silliness was a problem. When I was in Lewisburg, silliness got you raped. So I couldn't be silly. So I'm seeing all this silliness. I ain't got time for foolishness. But I didn't have patience. It was yes, no, left, right, rule 5, rule 10, violation. That's all I knew. To learn patience, what I did is I got a basketball team together. I got a basketball team of young boys. You know what I'm saying? All the young, hard-headed, simple-minded motherfuckers you can find. Good dudes, but they just couldn't. I got all the guys got kicked out of the league for fighting, for arguing. I put them all on one team and I coached them. And they gave me fits. I swear to God, they gave me fits. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm that dude still, even though I'm not in the life, but I still got respect. I got these young dudes, 12 of them, and I'm coaching them. We're doing practice. We're doing this. I used to feed them. Every damn day they came to my door with another problem. This dude's arguing with somebody over 2 soups. This dude's arguing with somebody, he was on the phone too long. They would come to me, coach. I told them come, and I go solve the problem. And I had to deal with 12 young dudes for like a year and a half coaching them. And they taught me patience. That's why I learned patience, my basketball team. And I swear to God, I had one of my center, Taboo Smiley from Springfield. Shout out to Taboo. He just hit me up maybe 2 months ago. I wrote him a letter for his commutation hearing. Because I told all my players when they signed up, this isn't a season thing, this is a lifetime thing. So 1996, this guy played basketball for me for 2 seasons. In 2025, I wrote him a letter to help him get his freedom. That our word is what it is. This ain't make-believe. Yeah. If you rock with us, you rock with us. This ain't no weekend situational thing. I don't switch teams. I'm on one team, Team Dominic. Yeah. When I went to the feds, other teams, dudes from different states, Dre, Boston, you about your business. You should sign up with us. I said, I can't do that. I respect y'all, I love y'all, but Dre, I've been recruited by every organization you can think of. You know what I'm saying? To sign up because I was about my life. And I used to tell them, I said, as much as I respect you and we like vibing, if signing up with you is serious, and if I sign up with your organization and I take that flag, what I'm saying is if my big homie or one of my homies come here tomorrow and y'all got beef with him, I'm saying I'm going to ride on him. That's never going to happen. Yeah. I'm not even going to make believe that that's going to happen. So I love y'all. I respect y'all. We can be associates, but I can't sign up. Because if my homies come here, I'm all in on Boston, 617 to the end. You know what I'm saying? White, black, or Spanish, we rolling. Yeah. So I would never put myself in a situation to have to explain to my big homie why I'm on another team. You know what I'm saying? So I spent my entire 14 years on Team Dominic or Team Massachusetts. There's nobody can say, he signed up with us. He got down with us. In the feds, I was Team Massachusetts. In the state, I was Team Dominic. Full stop.
Damn. How did you get involved in going back to prison? Did you think you want to go travel back to prisons and help out when you got out there? Because that wasn't even a thing when I got out. That wasn't even
it wasn't a thing. When I'm inside my last 3 years, I started talking to they do the programs that bring the kids up to the jail. They used to bring kids from the juvenile, from lockup.
Like Scared Straight or something?
Nah, kind of. Okay. That's the best way to describe it. They used to bring kids from juvie to the state prison once a week. And we would sit and talk to them. We were like a 6-week program.
Gotcha.
First week, because they're us 6-7 years removed.
Yeah.
These are 16-year-old kids, in jail for robbery, murder.
For sure.
They're on their way to us. If they, one more case, they're gonna be up here with us. So they used to bring them up. We had a 6-week program. 1 week was family, 1 week was gang, 1 week was appropriate action. We sit there and talk to them. I did that for like the last 3 years of my bid. I get my parole, and then I'm going home. I go to the program, I tell the kids, I'm going home, man. This is a wrap for me. They say, yo, homie, will you come see us when you get out? They said, everybody in this program, all y'all mentors, you talk a good one while you're here, but you never come see us when you get out. And the only time we see you is when you come back here. They said, will you come see us? I said, I'll come see you. That's my word. Wrap up my bid on November 15th. I walk out of the prison, go to the parole office, sign my paperwork. I walk out the parole office and say, yo, Dre, where you want to go? I said, take him to the juvenile center. It's just right in the hood. We go to the juvenile, I said, like, yo, OG came. I go in, tell him a little story, put him all in a room, boom, 30 minutes. Clap for me. When I finished, kid came up to me and said, yo, OG, will you come back tomorrow? Went back the next day. Will you come back tomorrow? Next day. 3 weeks, I'm going back every day. I got nothing else to do. Yeah. I'm going back every day. And the truth of the matter is 2 things. 1, I like helping the kids. And 2, I spent 14 years in a locked facility. I'm out in the street. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Sensory overload. I got white girls jogging through the hood, ATMs talking to me, bus talking to me. I don't know what the hell's going on. But when I walked into that juvenile center, you know what it was? It was a locked facility. I felt comfortable in that building because nothing was moving, nothing was talking.
No one was behind you.
No, if it was behind me, I knew you was behind me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I just felt comfortable because I'm institutionalized. Mm-hmm. So being in a locked facility, it was for those 3 hours I was there, I could breathe. You throw me back out in the street, it was too much shit happening. Cars going by, people hanging out of windows. It was just too much. When I went to that locked facility, every day was my therapy. Because for 3 hours, I could just breathe. I was in a space I understood. I didn't understand the street. I was scared of the streets. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Yeah. So I would go there every day and stay as long as I could because I felt comfortable. And some of the nights I wake up at my house, I'm in a program, I wake up 1 o'clock in the morning, I go get in my car. Prison's only 40 minutes away. Massachusetts is small. The maximum security is only 40 minutes from my house. Get in the car, drive 40 minutes. There was a highway right behind the prison. I sit up on the highway and I could see into the prison, over the wall. I could see the housing units. I could see the laundry where I used to work. And I used to sit up on the side of the highway for like an hour and just like reminisce about being inside. And my homies are in there. And I did that like 3 or 4 times. When I got stressed out and overwhelmed, I would drive out to the prison and sit up on the highway and just be close to the homies. Because I didn't know how to move. I understood the energy from that space helped me settle myself down.
Yeah. Damn, what was the hardest adjustment for you to make when you got out?
The hardest adjustment was dealing with my family.
It's a good one.
I wanted to be a Harvard student. They wanted me to be the guy that made money and gave them money. I wanted to be...
But guy that made money what?
I was the guy that used to hustle and give people money.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? My old girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? She used to go to... My girlfriend was classic. She'd go to a party, she'd start shit, then she would call me. We show up with pistols, and we pistol with people and act a fool. Who's messing with my girl? She used to start the shit. She would come to a party and see you and start talking shit to you, and you talk shit back, then she would call me. And because she had a psycho boyfriend, and I just pull up. Who's giving you the prop? Him? Let's go.
That's what it is, yeah.
She loved that. She loved that of me, that I was a psycho boyfriend. Now I come home, she's looking for the psycho boyfriend still. I don't want to be a psycho boyfriend. I ain't got a gun. I'm not going out at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm at a party. It's a problem. You better call an Uber. Right. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
So people wanted me to be old Andre. Whether it was my attitude, my disposition, my money, whatever they wanted Andre 1985. They didn't want Andre 2000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Andre 2000 was a problem for them. And then for my family, a lot of them, you talking about going to Harvard. What are you talking about? My family's been in the streets for 14 years, their whole life. They didn't take a 14-year break. So I grew up, went to prison for 14. They've been out the whole time. Now I come back, I got these crazy dreams. And then I made it happen. So people had a problem with the fact that I went to prison, came home, and made it to Harvard. So if I made it to Harvard, what the fuck is your problem? Yeah. So it's like, you would think people would be happy for me, but it exposed the fact that they're not living their best, they're not giving their best, that this guy can come home from prison and shoot past all of y'all. So what are you really doing? You're making excuses.
Did your family get jealous or mad about that? Because mine literally did, I swear.
Oh, for sure.
I don't talk to barely any of my family, like literally
People hated on
anybody.
me.
And I swear.
Some of my biggest haters have my name.
Yeah.
We got the same names.
I feel like my uncles were all mad that I came out and just started bawling on them, dude. And they were like 50 years old, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but I'm like, dude, do something. They just drink all weekend and don't do shit, but I don't talk to none of them, you know?
My sister's baby's father, her and him got high since I was in the 5th grade. Smoked crack forever. When I came home, I tried to help her. She didn't want my help. Then I started working on him. I never liked him. Hated his guts for a multitude of reasons. You know what I'm saying? But I started working on him. Then I got him. He said, he literally said to me, he says, Dre, I watched you grow up. I watched you go to prison. I watched you come home. And I watched you, now you with the governor, you with the president, you with the attorney general. He said, what the hell am I doing wrong? He's like really the only guy that really said, what can I do different? So I grabbed him. I moved him in the house with me. And I stayed with, I said, you don't need to go to drug rehab, T. You need to just make up your mind. Some people need rehab. You just need to make up your mind. And he went from a 20-year addict to right now, I literally just watched on his Facebook, he just got an award from the governor. He works with the governor. He works with the owner of the Patriots. He works with he's winning every award known to man. And I went and got him, and I told him when I first got him, said, I'm helping you, 1, for my nieces and nephew, 2, for my sister, and 3, for you. I'm saying, and that's it, because we never got along. Because I'm little and they doing their thing, and it was never a good thing. So a lot of my folks weren't trying. He made the move, and he leveled up, and I helped him level up, and I got out of his way. You help people and get out the way.
For sure.
I'm saying so many people try to hold on and try to manage your ascension. You can't manage somebody's greatness. You just give them the chance to go be great. So I've been home for 26 years come November. And going back to the juvie center first, then they said, hey, there's some girls upstairs. Will you talk to the girls? I don't know about being a girl. They said, Dre, nobody talks to the girls. So I go talk to the girls. They're like, hey, there's some white kids. You go talk to the white kids. I said, white kids ain't got no problems. Yeah. I go talk to the white kids.
When did you start being okay with white people?
I was okay with white people when Dave Whiteshoe was my first white guy that I connected to. I went to the feds. I told you I was in the feds. It was nothing but white guys I rock with.
Oh, yeah.
When I came back from the feds, I'm cool. I'm saying, I can't. Some motherfuckers is cowards. I can't stand shoulder to shoulder with somebody, then act like I don't know them 6 months later. If I stood with you, I'm still standing with you.
For sure.
I'm saying full stop. Yeah. But I tell you, when I got word that Dave Whiteshoe, white guy, was home, I got in my car and drove straight to South Boston. There was no blink, oh man, I don't care. No, when I was in the penitentiary doing my tour, I tried to go see him. I'm saying now, I wasn't cool like that with everybody, but the people that know that I rock with them, I rock with them.
For sure.
I'm saying, so when I came home, I just started working with white kids. I started working with black kids. I started working with girls. I started working with, then went to teachers, then they went to correctional officers. Then there's a thing where I got a whole team of guys like me together. We started going out doing the work, and they called this thing Credible Messengers and Violence Interrupters. I created that in 1999 with my brother Will Dunn. I'm saying, and we started the Faith-Based Initiative. My ex-wife wrote the charter for George W. Bush for the Office of Faith-Based and Community Initiatives. We funded black churches across the nation to about $2 billion. And I'm in the room. When they created reentry, I was at the table. When the first reentry program in the nation was the Suffolk County Jail in Massachusetts. I was there.
Wow.
I was at the very first meeting. That they had the very first reentry meeting in the nation was Suffolk County Jail, you know what I'm saying, 2000. I was in the room.
Damn.
So when I see all these people program, I ain't in here to compete with nobody. I'm here to collaborate.
Yeah.
So we've been just doing, we started in the hood, and I will never forget, this is to Dave, and I'm saying all the guys that I knew I did time with, Addy, he should have been an NBA. My white guy, Addy from Charlestown. It was a time where it was like, there was a bunch of rash of suicides in Charlestown. Charlestown's all white. Mm-hmm. And these white kids are killing themselves. Drug overdoses, they're just killing themselves. So I'm like, but the problem was, white kids are killing themselves. It makes white people look bad. So they're kind of like trying to hush it up. When black people shoot each other, they put it in the news. White kids kill themselves, they hush it. Mm-hmm. And they were hushing this on the real because it makes them look bad. Yeah. The powers that be look powerless that their kids are killing themselves. For sure. So I got up, we went over to Charlestown, went to the programs, got 9 black guys in the white hood talking about, yo, we here to help these kids. They're like, fuck y'all doing here?
Yeah.
Nah, these are my people's people. And we went over to Charlestown and we pushed the suicide prevention. We started going, they're like, okay, we're gonna take care of it. And they had to step up. I could have been like, yo, that's the other side of town, I got nothing to do with them. But when I was in Terre Haute, Eric Akins stood next to me. When I was in 10 Block, David Weitzel stood next to me. You know what I'm saying? When I was trying to fix my life, Gordon Haas tapped me on the shoulder and gave me the best advice anybody's ever given to me. You know what I'm saying? These are white guys. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a color issue. I have a character issue. If your character's bad, I got a problem with you. If your heart is bad, I got a problem with you. You know what I'm saying? But if your color is what it is what it is. I have zero problem with color. I got all problem with character.
Same. And dude, you're incredible, man. This has been awesome. I want to get out of here on this. You know, I'm big on the tablets, and this podcast goes everywhere, but those are my guys. You know what I'm saying? So I like to give 30 seconds, best piece of advice, someone they're sitting in their prison cell listening to this right now to get their life on track, get out of the slump they're in, get their shit together when they get out on the streets. Just any type of good advice you give to dude sitting in a cell right now.
If you're sitting in a cell and you're hearing this, what platform is this on?
Adobo. So Adobo all over the whole country.
If you're sitting in a prison cell and you're hearing this, I'm saying, my name is Andre Norman, and I am you. Tú no entiendo eso. Toda persona, tú no te escucha. Tú ahora en la cárcel. Tú no sabes. Tú, yo, lo mismo. Lo mismo. Tú is yo. Simply. You am I. Latino, tú cubano, mexicano, dominicano, and colombiano, no importa. I work with everybody. If you're sitting in a cell and you just believe it's not possible that I can come from the cell to be free and to be successful, I'm removing that excuse. I got 8 attempted murder charges. I got parents that didn't check in. I got relatives who are on drugs. I got a high school diploma, a GED, while I was in solitary. Anything you want to come up with, illiterate, dumb, small, can't fight, well, whatever. I'm saying I was a follower until I became a leader, and I was a leader, and I was still a follower because I was following a trend somebody made up in 1952 that I never met. So I decided that I was going to believe and bet on me. I didn't know what that looked like. I know what that was going to be like. But if I knew if I did good, good will come. If I do bad, bad will come. It's really basic. I started doing good for the right reasons. I started helping people with no expectations of return. I said, I'm just going to do the right thing every single day I can. I messed up a little bit in the beginning. I mess up occasionally now, but I'm just going to do the right thing. And I set a goal of Harvard University. I'm a Harvard fellow. I'm a London Business School trainer. I'm saying I work at Henley Business School in South Africa. I've taught at the Pentagon. I've worked for the White House. I've worked with the Attorney General. I work with the United Nations. I work with and spoke at numerous universities, MIT, Boston College. The prison that used to house me, the prison where I caught attempted murder charges, the prison where I sat in solitary confinement and was tortured. They hired me, gave me keys, gave me an office, gave me an ID, and let me come back into that building and gave me money to help run and fix the problem that I created. The value that you have is real. The problems that you can solve are real. You are an institutional prison expert. And if you're Latino, you're a Latin prison expert. If you're black, you're a black prison expert. If you're white, you're a white prison expert. If you've been in solitary, you're a detention expert. If you've been through this life, you are an expert. It is a $50 billion industry that they can't fix. You know why? Because you're the damn solution. And you're hiding in a prison cell, not believing in yourself. If you've learned nothing else from listening to me talk, I could care less about the drama and the rest of that stuff. I am telling you, I'm sitting here, a successful person, not because I have money, not because I'm free. I'm successful because I pay it forward, because success is only a success without a successor. So I got in my car, I drove out here today, and nobody paid me a dime. So I could sit here at this moment and tell you, sitting in that cell, the bullshit ain't nothing unless you want to believe in it. I need you to not believe in the bullshit, but believe in yourself. And if you need help, I will help you. If you need guidance, we will guide you. But no more excuses. No more stories. It's time to level up and be great. I don't know what that looks like, Dre, but I can tell you, you don't like what you're looking at now. So stop holding on to what doesn't work. Stop holding on to what you don't want. I'll kill you for this soup. I'll kill you for these sneakers. I'll kill you for this stuff. Everything that you want to kill somebody for right now in that penitentiary, if they told you was going home tomorrow, you give it away. If they told you was going home tomorrow, you would give it away. But you'll kill for it today, but you'll give it away tomorrow. That tells you the real value of it. Nothing. We make something out of nothing too many times. We have successful people sitting in this room right now, controlling our own future, controlling our own day, and we're trying to tell you we will help you do the same. But it starts with you. You have to first say, I want better. Whatever better looks like. I just said I want to be successful. I just knew freedom didn't work because freedom was the parking lot, and I watched 1,000 people get free and come back. So don't ask for freedom because freedom doesn't work. Free people come to jail every day. Successful people don't. So pick a goal, not something I want to be the president, I want to be this. Just pick something and start your walk. And when you start taking that walk, I can attest to you, people will come walk alongside you. Because people like helping people who are helping themselves. I don't do the victim shit. If you, oh my God, I was this as a kid and that as a kid, well, get over it. Bang your head on the wall, I don't give a fuck. When you're ready to be a man and say, I need help, then we'll be the man that you need to show up and help you. But you have to first put your hand up. We do leadership development over here. We don't do follower training. So you have to be a leader of yourself to say, I want better. For me, for my family, for my community, for the standards. I live my life every single day that I can stand in front of any judge, any pro board, any board, and advocate for the freedom of any man based on what I've done in the last 26 years. And I will continue to live my life that I could be a testimony and a standard to level what I've done to get you free. You can point to say, hey, look at this guy named Andre Norman. I can be him. He didn't exist 26 years ago, but now he exists, and everybody listening to this podcast can say, Andre Norman's real, and I can be Andre Norman. And you can go to the pro board, a class board, a judge, and say, hey, there's a standard that's been set. There was a guy who used to be a raving lunatic who's now called upon by the UN to help with terrorism. He's called on by the United States government to come train the military. I just walked out of the Pentagon not that long ago. I went from Supermax to the Pentagon. It's doable. I live my life in a way where I can advocate for you any day of the week. Standards and integrity matter. You don't have to have all the solutions. You just have to have the willingness to say, I want better. And we'll meet you where you are. I got a call today from a guy that just got out. Like, yo, this is 13. He hit me when he got out. Man, I don't believe you really called me back. We'll call you back because we want you to not just be free, but stay free. If I didn't do nothing else, if you didn't hear nothing else, here it is, 26 years free. If you didn't hear nothing else, my mother died happy because her son wasn't in a cage or on drugs or on a run or ducking and dodging. My mother could go to sleep knowing that her boy was going to be okay because that's all she wanted to know. Not how many cars I got, how many jets I flew, how many girls I got. Is my boy going to be okay without me? And she looked at me and she said, thank you. Because I turned it around, not for me, but for her. Ladies and gentlemen, success is a mindset, and we have mindset coaches to help you get to the mindset that you need to be in. Don't worry about what you used to do. Let's talk about what you're going to do.
Damn, I love that. Man, thank you so much for today. This has been just incredible, man. I'm just really grateful for this time. So thank you again. Andre Norman on Instagram. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe to the show. This was awesome. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.